Morning, Suzanne.
Morning, Deborah, LeeAnn.
Okay, so we've been tuning in and not really sure where we were going to be called to go with our next iteration of our little, well, you can still call them morning musings in a way, right? But there's a whole new thing being birthed. And I think we know what we're going to do, at least for the next month. Do you want to introduce how we're going to see this playing out, Suzanne?
Yeah. So we first originally created, I shouldn't say we, but our School of Light Collective. One of the staple pillars of the School of Light Collective um, is activated this week. And that is Gene Key number 31. And we're talking about Gene Keys written by Richard Rudd. And it's the gift of it is leadership. And so we thought it would be really apropos to take the activation sequence of that pillar of the School of Light. And each week we're going to connect the pulse of the week with that activation sequence. So we'll be talking about the actual gene key of tune into the energy of the gene key of the pillar, as well as the pulse of the week to guide us on our soul journey of creating leadership for this month within ourselves.
Yes. So I love that this is, and I want to take leadership a little bit and kind of expand that concept because very often we think of leadership as the person running the country or the person heading up the organization or the company. And we're looking at this as each of us as being leaders in our own lives. We are leaders in our community and in our families and in whatever role we are here to play. And our job is to be us, right? So that self leadership is just another word of how do we own our gifts and operate and serve with them. So just want to make sure that we're clear on that because this is not designed for only those that are in leadership, executive level, director, have the job description behind their name. This is for each of us.
Yes,
Um,
how we lead our lives and
and
leading it from the
and
heart.
and what I loved is that thing you shared today about um, the energy of where we're at astrologically and stuff, Suzanne. And in there was a word that was about we're going to keep getting triggered. Our egoic self that is falling away, our non true self is going to want to react and to get spun up in all of the uh, drama in our world. And how do we continue to come back and tune in to our soul power, not the ego power, but our truth, our wisdom, our light, and lead from there.
Exactly.
Love from there, live from there, show up
Yeah,
from there. So, oh, I'm excited.
that's
So,
gonna be good.
yeah, so we wanted to invite you to join us as we tune in because I mean, they're universal concepts, but they're also going to be what's going on for all of us collectively right now, as well as what it means to be in the School of Light Collective and receiving that support
Yeah.
at this time. So, what else do we want to talk about with this is one of the five pillars of the School of Light, leadership with humility. And the other pillars, I'm just going to read them off, are ancestral reverence, that'll be juicy, divine presence, cosmic communion, and ecstatic leadership. So leadership comes into this play twice in different ways. This one, the leadership with humility, is um, allowing us to drop in more deeply into what's true for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so good, so good.
tuning into our soul power. That's what I'm really playing with that. I'm like, that's a whole different animal than what my intellectual mind wants to do with that, like, oh, I want to turn into that. No, it's down even farther than that. It's down even farther than the emotions
Yeah.
of all of this craziness of the last few weeks. It's down in our belly. And uh, in that space where we are balanced, where we hold our power, where we create from. Oh man, when we get into invention and innovation, that'll be fun, won't it?
Yeah.
So, and meanwhile, if there are questions along the way and that you want to pose to us around this topic, we would be happy to weave those into our conversations.
Yes. And if these keys are in your profile, it may spark some interesting insights into your life, and please share those.
Yeah. And we aren't going to focus so much on the shadows of each of these. We will mention them, but the main thing is for us to focus on it's time for us to like use that fuel of the energy of our shadows to bloom into who we're here to be and how we're supposed to show up. So
Yeah. It's gift time.
it is. Let's play in the gifts. So, questions, comments, we would love to hear from you. And we will get our first episode out by the end of this week. So,
See you soon.
take good care.